Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom, presenting 7 reasons why I rise of scenarios. If you open up to imaging scenarios, you stop living in the past, you stop being stuck in the past, and you really open up to your design desires of your life. As I ask myself, why are scenarios more influential than mindset? Well, scenarios are more influential, innovative acumen than thinking mindset wound and bound in yesterday's knowing and knowledge. Now, scenarios elevate me out of the thinking memory mind and open up to my imaged inspirations of my life. I stop living in yesterday. If you really sit down and give yourself permission to witness the world, you witness the world through yesterday's knowledge. As we've been trying to move this world forward for a long, long time, yet we stay stuck in the muck of yesterday. That is something I've really opened up to understand is you look at the surface of the world, we have the same stuff going on that our ancestors did. Yeah, we got all the technology, but yet not everybody rises. And life is like a football game or a basketball team or anything. You got to have the superstars, which is the wealthy, but you also got to have the players that can do everything. Kind of like the offense and defensive line in football. You can win with a quarterback and wide receivers and running backs, but you can never win for a long time without the offense, defensive line, linebacker. See, in the world today, we always look at the prestige. And something I really have opened up to, our subconscious mind follows prestige. If we think somebody's got some wisdom, or we look at them with as somebody important, or we think they can get us ahead, we actually fall into people, into the sheeple, and we start being a people pleaser with that person. And hell yes, I'm guilty. I've done it. But when you awaken to understand that you encompass the wisdom, insight, and clarity to forever rise and shine in your own divine daredevilry, you set yourself free. So as you really open up to the scenario, your stunning scenarios of your pristine desired lifestyle, it elevates your endeavoring potential into adventurous action, clearing tangible pathways of your forthright trailmaker expansion. And if you take transformation out of your life and use expansion, transformation is actually a shut down word because you're transforming this, but you're thinking about it. When you say expansion, there's just a natural flow to it. And that's what I've opened up. You really want to open up to expressing natural flow or streaming energy. Because life is all free flowing energy, but we've been so caught up in the thinking, knowing, memory, mind, and the knowledge that stops the flow of the frequencies of your enterprising wizardry. And once you be the pathways for trailmaker expansion and less accomplished moneyed up outcomes, you start feeling the energy within yourself, but you become the enterprising gladiator of your life, and you become not the conqueror, but you become the campaigner of your desired life. And why are scenarios more influential than mindset? So scenarios are more influential than mindset because they turn intention and your desired life into action offering clarity and adaptability and tangible results through curiosity and being a campaigner. Here's why action over, and they also open up to action over ideation. Mindset shapes how you think and how you feel, but scenario drive what you do because you can image them, design them, do whatever you want, but you're never locked and blocked in what happened yesterday. And mindset is mostly from what happened yesterday. If you really open up to look at the world, we still, all the educated people in the world that run the world, they can't communicate with each other. They do it through an ancestor mindset and a third world enslaving programming. You know, it's kind of funny when you really get honest with yourself and you watch the world. Today, we still never rise above uh, our ancestors' way of life. Yeah, we got all the computers, the technology, and healthcare, but that's an interesting subject on its own. And so, if you open up to the scenarios, you can do something with scenarios that you can never do with mindset. You can put a sense of smell with it. Smell goes straight to the brain, and it energizes the brain. Thinking and knowing, but visual, eyes are like 7 layers deep, and hearing is 4 layers deep. But the smell of success goes straight to the brain and energize it. And as mindset shapes how you think, feel, but scenarios drive what you do because it allows you to invigorate abstract, innovative ideas into clear pathways, enabling real world progressive success. And the scenarios are problem solving power. How do you like that? Scenarios are problem solving power. But really, what they are is our imaged inspiration, innovation, intuition, imagination, opening the way for you to move forward. Scenarios equip you to address challenges by preemptively visualizing and navigating the obstacles of your desired lifestyle or of the situation. See, you can image your way through and imagine your way out of everything. But when you start thinking and knowing, you're binded in yesterday. And man, I could bind myself in yesterday like a alligator latching on to a meal. That's something I really opened up to. If you can imagine it, visualize it, image it, you can start loosening the stranglehold you have on yesterday's way of life. And while mindset alone may leave you contemplating rather than acting, to me, mindset is a limiting way of life, and it really stops you from listening to the situation or asking questions because you're locked into that thinking, knowing, knowledge mind, and it's binded in the boundaries that you set on yourself. And I've said this many times, but boundaries are the biggest limitations in the world because they keep you stuck inside of whatever happened yesterday. And you know, that's something I realized about mindset, especially if you're stubborn like me. And see, that's the first thing I had to admit to myself. I was stubborn and hard headed. I don't know where I got that, but mom and dad is a good place to start. And you know, it's fun to laugh at now because when I laugh at me, I'm free. But however you use mindset and your life hasn't really uh, moved anywhere. But see, when you start locking into mindset, you stay there. But when you open up to the scenarios of your desired lifestyle, you can design it, sculpt it, color it, paint it, and listen and observe and witness the wisdom from your daily life to expand through situations. As, as scenarios are dynamic flexibility with an agility to use to color the situation as an adventure. As scenarios adapt to diverse circumstances, allowing you to pivot, adjust, and innovate fresh foresight through the thing. As mindset is fun, is foundational, and sometimes can remain rigid or static. How many times have you used mindset and you become rigid and static? I like reading this stuff because I've done all this. But by admitting I've done it, I get to liberate me from me and I get to liberate this stuff. And scenarios have fluent outcomes. And you can focus on concrete results, giving you the wisdom, insight, and clarity to witness your success. You can also refine your approach, but you're never stuck in one way. It opens up many ways. But I love scenarios. And something else, I use my inner landscape or my subconscious canvas. It's a featureless mural, and I can color it, paint it, do whatever I desire. But if I put mindset or anything with mind, I go into the past. That's something I've really opened up to understand about mindset and mind. When you say it, it's looking for something. It's usually looking for something that happened yesterday. And it's never looking for the good stuff. It's looking for what was that encompasses the most energy for you to latch onto. As well, mindset may be motivating, but may lack the enlightened pathway to illuminate your outcomes. And here's why scenarios may stand out. It's the energized, innovative scenarios of your dreams. You know how you witness them when you're sleeping? That's how scenarios work. But see, something about scenarios in your daily life, you can have come up on a situation, and instead of going into what you've always done and then all the drama, you can start questioning it, listening, and question it, and witness your everyday life, because there's something going to occur right in here in front of you that's going to allow you to start rising out of it. And that's the reason I never use shift anymore, because shift is sideways. Rise, you cut loose and leave it here. You start rising of it. And you start listening, observing, and witnessing your daily life or people you encounter. You open up the way to the illuminated pathways to leave it in yesterday. And that's something I've opened up for myself, is illuminated pathways of enlightenment. And people are always searching for enlightenment, but we're enlightened right where we stand. What I really like about the vision, the visualize the outline and engage with visualized outcomes with images, pictures, sense of smell. That's the thing about a scenario. You can color it, design it, sculpt it, do whatever you desire today, whatever you dislike about it tomorrow, or whatever you come for fresh foresight and a better way to experience it, you can just design it. As in a mindset, there's no maneuverability. It's straightforward, because the mindset is a comfort zone to the subconscious mind. But when you can entertain the subconscious mind with laughter and images and things like that, you can open up. And you can also write rhymes. I started writing in rhymes in 2000. 9 or 11, somewhere in there. If you can write a rhyme that you like I chime the rhyme of my prime time trend setting imagination, I magically expand through the day. And see, it's just like a song. It starts becoming the inner dialogue, but it's really the inner lyrics of liberation. You liberate you from you. You can start coloring, designing the scenarios of your life. But something else, when you have something occur here, allow your imagination to run free. Imagine being rising out of the situation and sitting on a hill looking down at it. See what you open up. But scenarios. I started using scenarios or started implementing scenarios instead of mindset in my life about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, somewhere in there. And once I opened up to the scenarios, I can sense the celebration, energizing now, appreciating my robust intuition, optimizing the sun of the fun splendor to be my way of life. And something about the subconscious mind, it's stuck. Its subconscious mind is stuck and frozen in time representation, holding the emotions, the feelings, and the whole encounter is holding you hostage of your own liberation. That's something I really want. I opened up to admitting to myself is I've held myself hostage all my life because I was afraid to let go of things. I had to have it my way because if I admitted that I didn't do something right or I wasn't rising out of it, well, I blame me because it was the easiest thing to do. But then I'd blame me, but yet I'd feel shame in me, excuse me, then I'd blame somebody else. And then tomorrow, when I woke up, or even later today mirrors yesterday. When you open up to sculpting, designing, coloring, painting scenarios, you liberate you from you. And one thing about mindsets and everything else, it has plenty of procrastination and excuses. Because I am a excusopedia when I have to be. And I've used about every excuse in that excusopedia. But when I use scenarios, I'm the sunrise wizard of my life, enterprising my now. And see, that's something about scenarios. Their mindset comes from the past. Scenarios are right here. And the more, when you open up to understand the here and now allows for you to be an adventurous, visionary, optimistic wonder. You liberate you from you. And that is the key, something, the greatest affirmation I ever use is I liberate me from me to set me free to experience the best day today, to experience today as the best day of my life. I've ruined, I can't say, I've had a lot of days where I woke up blaming the whole world and everybody in it for my life. That was the biggest lie I ever told myself. And that lie never died until I admitted I am the Christopher Columbus of my life, being the explorer of inner me. Or I can say I'm the Lewis and Clark of my life and exploring the mountainous terrain, all the beauty of the United States. But the beauty of you is inside you. And the talent to experience your desired lifestyle is inside you. And scenarios for dissolving challenges energizes your liberating scenarios, addresses the challenges, listening to your wisdom, insight, and clarity expressing the liberating ingenuity to cut loose the bullshit of the situation, to rise, shine, and energize, sculpt, color the sovereign scenarios of your accomplished outcomes. See, my mindset is kind of a stubbornness, but mindset alone cannot generate any action-oriented framework or fresh foresight to rise you out of the situation. But when you open up to listen to your fresh foresight, you energize precision and clarity. As scenarios to deconstruct the delusions of mindset, yesterday's thinking and knowing, optimizing my moneyed up accomplished outcomes of the here and now into smooth pathways of enlightenment, illuminating my trend-setting trails of triumph, strolling me down to my beaches of stunning success. The thing I want to open up to people is you are blessed with so much liberating energy, trend-setting talent that'll show for you to wherever you desire to go. But it's listening, observing, viewing, and observing your life just with a quiet wizardry. And if you're listening and you calm the inner landscape, but something people have to understand, my subconscious mind is in the body. And see, when you want to rise out of something, you're not liberating the brain. You're liberating the body. Because all your bone, your tissues, and everything has a memory. When you can start releasing it from here up and you can admit to it, that is something I really want people to understand. I admit everything to me, I'm free. And that's where I really had a big expansion about 3 years ago. I admitted I did a lot of things unconsciously in the present moment, exactly the way my parents did. My dad used to have a temper and something didn't go his way, he'd get mad. Well, I went through 66 years that way. Now that I've opened up to it, I no longer get frustrated when things go awry, but I do ask the question, where's the wisdom? What am I rising out of to experience the here and now with an avowed, adventurous, visionary, omniific wisdom? When you let go of think and know and open up to expressing inspiration, wisdom, and understanding for knowing anything, when you understand, you're never in the thinking memory mind and the mindsets of yesterday. Mindset is all installed from yesterday. That is something I really opened up to understand for myself. But when I have a forthright fortitude, I can look at it here in the present moment and I can question it and ask words of wisdom and ask questions that liberate me from the present moment chaos, because chaos is an ingredient of liberating ingenuity, opening the way to success for everybody. See, we got so stuck in trying to be something, but we wanted to go through life like we was never going to have a challenge, chaos, adversity. Something I did is I tried to cover it up. Oh, that didn't happen. I didn't do this, and that was the biggest. That was the biggest lie I ever told myself. As scenarios are empowered vision, it enables you to envision your here and now with a futuristic outlook, with precision and clarity fueling your inspirations to rise, shine, and expand. But it also has an actionable focus that turns ideas into outcomes. And really, scenarios overcome fear because you're not doing it through memory. You're doing it through the here and now. And you color the scenarios to explore your challenges with imagination, innovation, the confidence and the resilience to face them in the now. And it's also strategic adaptability. By considering multiple outcomes, scenarios prepare you to adapt gracefully to expansion, keeping you agile, mobile, and resourceful. And something I can really say, if you take the word change out of your life and transformation, use expand and then expansion for transformation, you never get caught up in the thinking, memory, mind. Change, heal, create transformation, never let you out of the thinking, memory, mind. As expand, energize, enterprise, experience, understand, rise you out of the thinking, memory, mind. And scenarios are a catalyst for momentum. They ignite a sense of purpose, turning hesitation into energy and progress. And I don't like the word problem solving, but scenarios are innovative problem solving to encourage innovative intuition, opening new avenues for expansion and outcomes. See, I took solutions and answers out of my life. I use outcomes. I don't get caught up in the memory and all the delusion of what I thought happened, because 90%, to me, I discovered 90% of what we thought we did wrong or did bad. No, we didn't do it bad. We just never opened up to understand the wisdom, insight, and clarity of that situation to move our lives forward. As you enterprise through execution, scenarios actively highlight your ability and energetically to facilitate innovating expansion, embracing audacious confidence in ways that set you free. Mindset struggles to achieve on its own. So if you combine scenarios with a forthright fortitude, embellishing trust in your high octane actions, sulfurs you on to your beaches of bountiful bliss in a bold, bright way. But it's really opening up. This is something you have to open up to, but scenarios will set you free to see the scenic celebrations of your life in a big, bold, bright way. And I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. And hypnoacuity is hypnotherapy, but hypnoacuity stops the overthinking of what therapy causes people. It liberates you from you. And I want to thank you, and I want to say good night, and we'll be here tomorrow night.